Well, if you've ever considered becoming a foster parent, there's no better time than right now. Many children in Wisconsin are looking for a home, and our guest this morning, Colleen Ellingson, is here to tell us more about the growing need. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, Colleen, there's so many things that people really just don't know. First, let's talk about that need right here in our state.
Well, every day, every 2 hours, there's a child that comes into foster care. So the reality is that in this next year, we probably need 1,000 new families to come forward and be adoptive, to be foster parents.
Now, tell us about some of the situations that the children are coming from.
The children are really coming from a crisis situation. It means that their parents are neglectful, which means kind of no food, no adequate housing, things like that that are fairly serious. Or what's even worse is that they've been abused. So they may be physically or sexually abused. So they're really leaving and coming into foster care because their families can't care for them right now safely.
And what are some of the requirements to become a foster parent?
To be a foster parent, your first big commitment is you need to love kids. You need to want to help them. You can be over the age of 21. So we have people who are empty nesters, as well as single people, married couples, LGBT families. You know, you just have to be ready.
And what kind of training do you offer for this?
Basically, families have about 10 hours before they start. Over a course of a year, once they're foster parents, it's about 18 hours total of training. But there's always support from social workers along the way.
And is there financial support, or is this all out-of-pocket expense?
There's some financial help that comes monthly based on the child's age, their special need. You know, do they have medical needs that cost a lot, like thousands of diapers or tubes or things like that? But generally, it's, you know, it's enough that it helps pay for clothing and food and some of those school expenses.
And can you specify too if you're more willing to have maybe an infant or a teenager? How does that work?
Yes, I mean, we really want families. We have a lot of kids. We kind of have bulges across the state of kids who are 14 and above, and then a bulge of kids who are 4 and under. So a lot of that, and we have a lot of sibling sets. So if families are really ready to take those brother-sister sets, that would be wonderful.
And about how long do they usually stay in the foster home?
Well, generally in Wisconsin, we really are trying to help birth families get healthy again, get kids back. So about half of the children in foster care, so about half of the 6,500 kids in care go back to birth families every year. So, but for other kids, they may stay for a longer period of time. And what we'd like to do is find the families that if they need to stay in care, these ultimately become adoptive families.
Oh, how wonderful. So tell us the basic steps to go through applying.
Basically, if people contact us at fosterparentsrock.org, they can download an information packet, and then we'll follow up with them and help them get connected to their local county human service licensor who does this, and help them along the way.
Oh, wonderful. Colleen, thanks so much for explaining all of this. This, of course, being National Foster Care Month, right?
Yes.
And so a wonderful time to spotlight the definite need we have right here in our state. Thanks for explaining it all for us.